It is not. I don't have to decide whether or not the dude plays. I want to see him out there playing football because I don't care about Joe Flacco's career, Dylan Gabriel's career, nor do I care at all about what happens with Kenny Pickett. I want to see Shedeur play football, but I'm also not going to vouch for him in some kind of way that makes me look silly, putting myself into a pretzel trying to excuse the decision-making that he has on the field when it's obviously bad. But I'm not going to, when he does bad, I'm not going to be like the Colorado faithful and make every excuse in the book for him. He needs to be accountable for the poor plays in which he has. His last 2 college football seasons, CCAT, he took 52 sacks and then 42 sacks. He took almost 94 sacks in 2 seasons. 94 sacks in 2 seasons. Sacks are a quarterback stat at the end of the day. He's holding the ball too long. He's running around trying to make hero plays. The number one issue with Caleb Williams last year was not getting the ball out on time. Yes, you're a great athlete. Yes, you have a great arm, and you can make incredible throws. If you don't get the ball out quick enough in the NFL, you're going to look bad. You're going to lose games. Sacks are negative plays. They destroy drives. Shedeur Sanders took 5 sacks in less than 15 dropbacks. That's bad. That's it. It is immeasurable how can you got sacked 5 times and only dropped back like 10 or 11 times. Getting sacked every other play. How am I going to start you in an NFL game when that's the kind of decision making you have?
Yet for the audience who weren't able to watch Shedeur play football over the weekend, is it like how Carson Wentz, I know he's in the news today for other reasons, but in his
well, say the reasons. He got signed. You made it sound.
Oh, yeah.
Made it sound like it was bad, like he had some kind of Watson stuff going on. I'm like, wait, look, Carson Wentz is fine. He's on the Rams or the Vikings? The Vikings.
Which is very notable. It's not just a throwaway signing.
It is.
If you want to talk about what we talked about last week. But yes, Carson Wentz got signed to the Vikings today. But what comes to mind as a guy who takes sacks he doesn't need to, that's who comes to mind is Carson Wentz after his MVP level year with the Eagles, where he never quits on a play in a negative connotation.
Yes. And also the problem is he was less athletic after he tore his ACL. What is the common theme with these quarterbacks that take too many sacks and hold the ball too long? They believe they are more elusive and more evasive than they actually are. Caleb Williams, Joe Burrow. People don't like to admit that, takes too many sacks. Has done it his whole career. Did it in this preseason as well. Shedeur and Joe Burrow took the same kind of sacks this preseason. One of them is your MVP favorite for some people, and the other one is the 4th-string quarterback for the Browns. Take that for what it's worth. Caleb Williams does it. Who's another guy recently Russell Wilson takes too many sacks.
Yeah.
Justin Fields finds himself in that situation because he can be a hero, and sometimes he does too much. So not going to get into the minutia of all of that. But the sacks are negative plays. They're drive killers, and that is part of the reason why Stefanski does not want to throw him out there. Part 2 of all of this, Stefanski makes the decision to pull Shedeur Sanders for the 2-minute drive and let Tyler Huntley come in and do that. People are saying that he didn't give Shedeur an opportunity. People are saying he didn't give him a chance. Shedeur was pouting on the bench when he got pulled, and Tyler Huntley came in to save the day. What I'll tell you is, based on what I saw of the other snaps that Shedeur took, Stefanski probably saved Shedeur from himself right there. You think he's sabotaging Shedeur. He probably gave him a little bit of salvation from the actions that he was putting out there on the field, because the stuff he was doing couldn't have been the stuff they were coaching him to do. And if he does that in a 2-minute drill, he could have really got undressed. We could have had a pick 6 on top of the other issues that he had. But then my biggest issue with all of this, and the reason why I say I get it now, why teams passed on Shedeur Sanders, why he went from a quote-unquote first-round prospect to being drafted 144th overall in the 5th round, is the way in which he answered questions in the locker room following that failed preseason game. Take a listen to this. Shedeur Sanders, once again, my biggest issue with quarterbacks is when you don't lean in on taking accountability. Here's Shedeur following his performance.
That's what you asked for. That's what you asked for within the game. If I could go back and do anything, it's always everything in life if you had that chance, but we don't have the luxury to travel back in time. As a kid, I want to go back and do things differently. So overall, of course, you wish you can, but in the battle of the moment, in the heat of the battle, you want to be that alpha, you want to be that dog, you want to be out there in that final 2-minute drive. So, of course, small things, of course, frustrate, but that's what happens, when you want a player to be able to change a franchise.
What was that at the end? Can we go back to just the last part? Because if I was okay with it for a while, now, all right, he's dancing around, he's saying he has no regrets. That's cute. People always say that. But what at the end? What was that at the end? Can we just play back the last 10 seconds of Shedeur's answer there?
So, of course, small things, of course, frustrate, but that's what happens, when you want a player to be able to change a franchise.
What are we talking about? You're trying to change a franchise. We're just trying to get you to throw the ball before 3 seconds elapses. I get it. Have a goal in mind. Be goal-oriented. Think highly of yourself. Be confident. Be aiming towards something. You should want to be a franchise changer for the Browns, but we should not hear that in the locker room following what you displayed on the field. Like, that is the end goal. That is a big picture goal. Your goal today should be, how do I avoid taking sacks that lose my team 26 yards? How do I avoid holding onto the ball for 7 seconds, scrambling around when I'm not that athletic and I'm going to inevitably get caught by the defensive end? It's the little things, and it's the lack of, like, how do you not understand that is a ridiculous thing to say in that moment? You can't change a franchise as a 4th-string quarterback.
So if Shedeur Sanders was a chef and they were doing a walkthrough, maybe a soft opening of the restaurant, and he has the big plate or a big pot of spaghetti, and he's walking over to the other room, and then he pours over the floor on accident, and they're like, damn. Well, that's the type of stuff that's going to happen when you want a chef that's going to have a 5-star restaurant and it's going to be a Michelin-rated place.
Yeah.
That's the things that are going to happen.
Those are things that happen.
Sometimes you spill food all over the floor. Like, it was a dress rehearsal. Yeah, I mean, it was just a preseason game. No harm, no foul, really. But in the opinions of everyone around you, Shedeur, that's not the type of stuff that we want out of our franchise-setting player, and we're not asking you to change our franchise. We draft you with a 5th-round pick.
Yeah, we actually just want you to develop and become better at making the kind of decisions that will actually help the team win. That's not a lot to ask. And it's funny because in the first preseason game, I'm like, all right, I see it. This looks good. More of this. Do this more. This is Shedeur Sanders at his best. And then in the third preseason game, I wonder if part of it is him trying to push to make, like, he's like, I need to make up ground here. I want to be starting. I need to make plays here instead of just going within the flow of the offense and just getting rid of the ball or stepping up in the pocket and not drifting back and giving people more, like, rush angles on them. And again, this ain't even me. I can't tell the dude how to play quarterback. Kevin Stefanski is well versed in it. You know what I'm saying? Dan Orlovsky, who talked about him on ESPN, but by the way, I a lot of times I can't agree with the things he's talking about. He's more well versed on it. Ryan Clark, who admitted this morning on First Take, I am rooting for Shedeur Sanders to do well. I am invested in him being a good quarterback. I want him to do well. But that wasn't good. People are starting to run out of excuses for Shedeur, but the good thing is he ain't running out of time. Plenty of time for him to develop. But I've cooled the Jets on saying I want to see him start week 1.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm done with that.
Yeah.
For his own good. I still want to see him start week 1. I want to see him play football.
But it wouldn't be in his best interest.
It would not. Even against that Bengals defense. I hope for his own betterment, for his own sake, that Shedeur Sanders does not play for quite some time, and he learns how to get those kind of wrinkles out of his game because he was not near the level of prospect Caleb Williams was, but he has all of the issues and more that Caleb Williams had that derailed his rookie season. Imagine trying to do that with lesser weapons around you, a lesser offensive line, and lesser abilities in general. The Browns are saving Shedeur from himself, and I learned that through week 1, and I also learned why all those teams passed on him. It ain't worth it. It absolutely ain't worth it. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. That's the number to call into the show. That is the Baptist Health Hotline. 888-760-3776. Pull up. Tell me what you learned from Shedeur Sanders' preseason finale. 3 for 6, 5 sacks, pulled for Tyler Huntley for that 2-minute drill, and he clearly did not like it. 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline.
Well, you want to get Tyler Huntley ready for the season. I'm excited for Tyler Huntley in a Browns uniform come 2025.
He might have a Browns jersey on. He might be able to afford to buy a Browns jersey and watch it as he watches the Browns alongside us, but he will not be playing football for the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, he got cut?
He got cut.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So this is building for nothing, man.